Hey, good morning, everybody. This is your buddy Jim hanging out with my crazy sidekick Nightmare Hiccup. And thanks to you, I am celebrating an absolutely incredible first year Deathiversary. Most of you, well, anybody that's watching this probably has been around for a year, and you may know, or maybe you didn't even pay attention then, you may know that on April 30th, Sunday, April 30th of 2017, I posted a video in which I basically was saying goodbye to everybody because I knew I was pretty close to death. I had become, I gotta say, I had become quite out of shape and obese. Still working on the weight problem, not gonna lie. That's a struggle when you live in the North Country because it's not like there's a lot of motivations to go outside and exercise, and can't tend to my garden when it's covered in snow. A lot of excuses up here in the North Country if you haven't figured that out. But this is a great day. This is my Deathiversary, man. Last year on Monday, May 1st, sometime around 7:45 or so, I walked into the Canton Potsdam ER knowing that I was pretty close to being gone. I was having a hard time breathing, and right away I got put to the front of the line, and it didn't take long for me to figure out once they got the sensors on me that I was in trouble. My BP at that time, I remember, was 172 over, I think it was something like 116 or something when I first looked at it. I can't remember the bottom number, whatever that bottom number is. Anyway, so yeah, man, this is my Deathiversary, and it's fitting that on my Deathiversary I found out some great news when I checked my email this morning. I have been hired on part-time at the new Harbor Freight that's coming into Potsdam as a part-time logistical employee, which will work out incredible with my current position as a preferred service provider for Walmart through Crossmark. So I've got two part-time jobs going, and if that wasn't incredible enough, my initial inquiry into the position of education specialist with the Research Foundation at SUNY Potsdam, whom, by the way, I owe probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 90 grand to, actually sent me an interest offer. They want me to finish filling out the application and send it back to them. Why that's significant? Because basically, if you know anything about university application process, your first step is to submit a cover letter in your resume, just like with all other jobs. But from here it gets kind of interesting, because this is where I have to create a letter of intent. So I have to do a little bit of research on the position so that I can sound intelligent. This education specialist position I mean, it's really right up my alley. It's basically I'll be working with college-age students, helping them with their career paths. Not really a guidance counselor position, but it definitely has elements of that within it. And man, let me tell you something, the amount of money I'll be making will make it a lot easier to become a published author. Because I'll be able to publish to my heart's content with the salary. But then again, I'm pretty set now that I've got this little part-time gig going with Harbor Freight, because no question in my mind now, I will definitely be able to cover the rent. That won't be an issue anymore as long as I keep my nose clean. And you know what? Keep me out of the house, keep me busy. The greatest thing about that, about the job with Crossmark, is that not only have I had it for 2 years, which is good because that shows any potential employer, any potential future employers that once I found something, I was dedicated to it. But you never know with Crossmark. I mean, there are full-time positions with that company too. And what's the old saying about keeping your options open? So I hope everybody's having a great day. Tuesday, May 1st. I know the Star Wars geeks are going to be freaking out because, man, oh man alive, not only did Easter fall on April Fool's Day this year, but May the 4th falls on a Friday. Oh man, that was great. So check your local bars for special Star Wars drinks on Friday. Hey man, as you can tell, I'm a little bit happier than I normally am. I got a big, huge, long-ass day ahead of me. I got about 8.5, 9 hours of work and 3.5 hours driving, so oh, here comes Bouncer. He's a little schnauzer that happens to like Nightmare for some reason. Bouncer, what are you doing? Come here. Come here, Bouncer. He's over here, buddy. Bouncer. This little guy has followed us all the way back up into the sand pit. Bouncer, come here. Come on, Bouncer, this way. I think he's part blind. I don't know. Maybe he just can't see Nightmare through the sun. Not sure what's going on. He's just standing there. Oh well. Hey, you guys, God bless everybody. From what I'm seeing as far as the videos and as far as the Q drops are going, man, who's ever in custody right now, this Allison Mack chick is singing like a songbird, and her connections lead right up to Hillary. And from what I understand about Hillary, her connections lead right up to Obama. And Obama's connections, man, let me tell you something. You know the deep state does not stop at Obama. Obama was a meat puppet for the deep state, and I'll tell you right now, it would not surprise me one bit if his head wasn't freaking part of a freaking future Clinton suicide pact. Because if you think that Obama was in control of that shit, you're crazy. I personally think it was the Hillary crime syndicate. Because you can't tell me that with all them freaking bodies piling up, that Hillary's or witchery now, as I'm starting to call her, that Hillary the Witch doesn't have deep state connections all the way to every one of the freaking families, man, including the House of Saud and the Rothschilds. Don't kid yourself one bit. The whole Illuminati, freaking elitist, central bank bullshit is true. And it's going to come down. It's going to come crashing down. In fact, it already has. When you hear of the Rothschilds selling off billions of dollars worth of paintings, worth of art, that's why they're doing it. When you hear of people like McCain suddenly resigning, yeah, you know, it's waning health, right? Or maybe he's just using his waning health as an excuse. He's over here, Randy! Now with all the EOs that Patriot President Trump has issued, I believe that Obama's college records have long since been unsealed. I believe that's the reason why the only videos that are coming out of him and Hillary appear to be old and staged. I do believe that. You know, problem is, it's like as I pointed out from many of the Q posts, they're stupid, and they think the problem for them is that they think we're the ones that are stupid, when in reality it's just them and their sheep. We've been on to them for a long time. It's scary that, for me, that I was born the year of the Cuban Missile Crisis, and that seems to be around the time that all this deep state bullshit started. Although, if you really get into history, you realize that these Luciferian elites have been connected and interwoven into the power structure of every nation, just about every nation in the world. And it makes you wonder, you know, these Satanists, and you know, if you're truly woke, you know that that's one of the things, one of the reasons that you're seeing the Great Awakening affect people from all walks, including people like Kanye West, Rob Schneider. Although Rob Schneider's been away for a long time, but you're seeing other people, you know, seeing black conservatives finally stand up and together and unite with the rest of us. Because, you know what? It's not about our color, man. Skin color's got nothing to do with what's inside of you. It never has, it never will. You're either, it's like with guns, you know, guns are just tools. And guess what? Our bodies aren't much different than a gun. And how do I flesh that one out, if you will? See, here's the deal. We are more than our flesh. What humans are at our very essence is energy that's self-aware. Knowing that, you realize that the human body is just a tool. That's all it is. I mean, yeah, my body is unique from your body, is unique from even the body of a potential twin that I might have. Even though both may appear identical, ultimately, there's a separation involved. Because we are individuals. That's the idea. We're individuals and our actions matter. In the grand scheme of things, it matters what we do. We either supply good energy back to the system or we supply bad. And it's time that the good outnumbered the bad. That's what this evolution has to be about. It's not a revolution, man. Revolution involves destroying the system and starting over, for the most part. We have to evolve the system. We have to make the dreams of Martin Luther, John F. Kennedy, and all the founding fathers. Well, all the good ones. Not Jackson. I don't think Jackson was a founding father, though. Forget that part. But we got to make those a reality. We got to come together as a nation. Say enough. If you're here illegally, go to the back of the line and come in legally. I don't care if your parents dropped you from a freaking helicopter, or even used what was the bird? The freaking whatever bird it was that a stork. I don't care if they delivered you to America using a stork. Your ass is here illegally. That ain't my problem. If your family wants to follow you back, by all means, follow you back. If you're here illegally, you're in the back of the line. End of sentence. End of story. Thanks, God. But this is a great nation. We got to come together and realize that we got to secure our borders if we're going to remain a nation for centuries to come. We got to be the difference. We have to be the last bastion of freedom. And instead of spreading Islam and hate and fear, let's spread unity, joy, prosperity, and potential goodness throughout the land. Amen. So, thanks for all your prayers, everybody. Thanks for keeping me alive. I think I'm running out of juice, probably. Yeah, I am. I'm also running out of time. I've been doing this for freaking way too long. I'm going to upload this to YouTube. God bless you all and keep you safe. And thanks for the prayers, because they are definitely working. Amen. This is me and my crazy sidekick, Nightmare Hiccup, heading inside for a little bacon and eggs to celebrate my deathiversary. Yes, I am. Bye-bye. Talk to God, man. Meditate. Enjoy the moments. And thank you, Donald Trump, because I'm feeling kind of MAGA today.